£22.3 billion. That's how much profit British oil and gas giant Shell made in the last year alone. Now, we know that's a lot of money, but when we talk about billions, things can get a bit out of perspective. So we're going to give you some. 22 million seconds is less than a year, but 22 billion seconds is 698 years. While Shell might claim that it's going green,
and with more electric car charge points coming to Shell forecourts near you, the UK is ready for cleaner energy.
well, actually that ad was taken off British TV for misleading claims. So Shell is clearly going full steam ahead with its plans to extract every last drop of oil and gas that it can. Obviously, what they're most concerned about is delivering a return for their shareholders. Their chief exec said the company delivered another quarter of strong performance. And business newspaper City AM says Shell has seemingly blinkered itself to all else but shareholder returns. The companies feeling the climate and energy crises are cashing in at our expense, and the government are giving them a helping hand. 24 new oil and gas licenses have just been granted in the North Sea. Meanwhile, in the House of Commons, they're trying to push through a new bill that would allow annual licenses to be granted for new drilling there. Supporters for new oil and gas often say that the reason behind this is that it'll lower our bills and boost our energy security. But how true is that? Look no further than the former head of BP, Lord John Brown, who says expanded North Sea drilling is not going to make any difference to Britain's energy security. And even Energy Secretary Claire Coutinho says it wouldn't necessarily bring energy bills down. That's not what we're saying. Things got a little bit feisty in the parliamentary debate when DUP MP Sammy Wilson said the quiet part out loud.
Why would we transition when there is still a resource to be exploited?
I think it's right that we continue to grant new oil and gas licenses to continue the exploration in the North Sea.
It is this government which has stayed laser focused on delivering climate leadership.
Some MPs saw sense and explained why new oil and gas isn't a good idea.
This bill sends exactly the wrong signal at the wrong time and actively undermines global efforts to address the climate emergency and giving the green light to further extraction right around the world.
This bill is not a credible plan to fix Britain's broken energy system.
It's about maximising profit for fossil fuel giants, no matter the consequence for people and planet.
But unfortunately, the bill did pass its second reading. The obscene profits of energy giants could and should fund a street-by-street insulation programme and unlocking our renewable energy potential in this country. That would keep people warmer, lower our energy bills and cut emissions all in one go. It's more important than ever that we do all we can to fix the climate crisis, as last year was the hottest year on record. So hot, in fact, that these famous climate stripes actually need a new colour to show how hot our planet is. Professor Ed Hawkins from the University of Reading told the BBC 2023 was off the end of the scale. In the graphic, the red stripes represent the hotter years, the blue ones the cooler, against the average between 1971 and 2000. The stripes represent billions of pieces of data in one single image, and show the change in average global temperature since 1850. Professor Hawkins is right when he says we already have many of the solutions we need to tackle climate change, but we now need bold, transformative change across all parts of our society to make our planet's climate safer for current and future generations. But to see what we're up against, take a look at this. GB News pundit and comedian Lewis Schaefer has taken to the airwaves to tell us there is no climate crisis, don't worry about it.
But there's a lot of lies involved. There's a lot of lie that CO2 causes climate change and there's a climate crisis, which I don't believe.
Oh, God, Ofcom. Ofcom sauce. Ofcom alert.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
And perhaps they should be worried about Ofcom, given that the media regulator has repeatedly found the broadcaster to be breaking its rules. But on a more serious note, it is really disheartening and unbelievable to see this kind of climate denialism still going on when the effects of climate change are so clear to see. CO2 is released when we burn materials like coal, oil and gas. It then traps heat and forms a blanket around the Earth, kind of like a greenhouse. As these gases stick around and build up, our world becomes warmer. Scientists are as certain that humans cause climate change as they are that smoking causes cancer. And each degree of warming will bring more extreme weather and sea level rises. But at Friends of the Earth, the UK's largest grassroots environmental network, we're on the ground fighting for a better world for all of us. Give us a like to support our work and subscribe so you don't miss the next video.